Hi everyone, my name is Caroline and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video that's a little different. Let's get started. So today's video is a little different because I didn't write a script for this one. So it's gonna be very just what comes to my mind as I speak. So the reason for this video was because I was listening to this new amazing song by Miley Cyrus called Used to Be Young. Sorry, that was my neighbor's drilling. Anyways, maybe you've heard this song by Miley Cyrus, and she's singing about how she used to, be crazy, she used to be fun, she used to be wild, and because she was young. We all make mistakes when you're young, and she is singing about, that people are saying that she's changed now, and she's okay with that. So the song really hit me kind of hard because I didn't know it at the time, but because I was undiagnosed with ADD, when I look back, I've done a lot of things that I wouldn't have done if I had been diagnosed and I was treated. Not terrible things, but I was wild. I did go a little crazy sometimes, and people thought I was so much fun to go out with, and I was fun to go out with. I was up for anything, like I really was. But I'm not that person anymore, so I relate to her song so much. And when I went from wild, fun Caroline to slightly more boring Caroline was when I was treated for my ADD. It changed my personality significantly when I started treatment. And which is probably not the case. It was probably the person I am now on ADD medicine is probably the person I've always been. It's probably rather been the wild Caroline that was the different one, came out because I had this brain that was making me crazy. And looking back on that, I have to say a lot of the going out, wild partying stuff I did, it was to forget. I didn't necessarily think about it at the time, but looking back now, I went out and went crazy, got drunk for the reason that I needed to escape my brain. And that became my identity. Everybody thought of me as this really fun woman who was always up for a good night. And they loved me for it. But in reality, what I was doing was escaping. My God, that's annoying. And the problem is when people start knowing you for a certain type of person, that's also why they love you. That's why they want to hang out with you. So when you change for whatever reason, in my case, getting treated for ADD, you get a little bit afraid that not everybody's going to stick around because you're not fun anymore. And I am definitely not as fun as I used to be. I think about that a lot. I'm okay with that personally, but I definitely had my moments where I was like, Are my friends gonna stick around because I'm not wild and fun anymore? Luckily, most of my friends have stuck around and are okay with it. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing with this video. I don't even know what my point is. The song just hit me so hard because I've changed so much. And there are so many things I wouldn't have done if I could go back. I wasted a lot of my youth escaping. And it makes me really, really sad that nobody noticed that there might be something wrong, that I might have ADD. Because it really did ruin my life. It did, because you have a brain that's always thinking, and often it thinks negatively. You're also very impulsive, and you have a hard time focusing. You know, that wasn't good for my grades in high school. And you're just surrounded by people who are focusing on an education or whatever they're doing, and you can't. And then, you know, I wasn't the smart girl. I wasn't the ambitious girl. I don't think in high school specifically, I don't think I had any dreams and hopes. I was just running and trying to escape my brain without really knowing that's what I was doing. So, you know, I became the fun girl. And that was a label I got. And I had it throughout my 20s. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to not be that anymore. I do want to say that it wasn't all bad. It's not like I did have some amazing fun times. It's not because when I did go out and I was being the fun girl, it wasn't because I wasn't having fun, because I was. I just wish that it wasn't my identity, because it was. That was how people saw me, the fun girl. And I have so much more to give. I'm a smart, capable woman, and I'm so much more than the fun girl. And I wish that, you know, people who are in my life at the moment, they see that, of course. And that's also why the friends that stayed around, because they know. But there are so many people back in the day, high school and in my 20s, and I kind of wish they knew who I was. I remember reading my yearbook. We only do it in senior year though in Denmark, but what you would call a yearbook, and we have this chapter where people are talking, you know, they're writing something about you. And I remember reading it, and this was when I was having my depression and anxiety and I had started treatment at the moment, but it was in that time where I was on sick leave and getting treated for depression and anxiety and also my ADD. And I remember reading it. I was sorting some of my stuff, and I found it, and I read about what it said about me. And I remember thinking, they didn't know me at all. And everybody changed over time. It's not like that, but they didn't know me at the time either. And that really broke my heart. It really did. I'm really heartbroken that I've known so many people who have not known me. And even though I was fun, and I did have a lot of fun in my day, I did. but it was not me. I kind of wish they would have known me, that people would have known who I was. I like the one I am more now. Yeah, I had a lot of fun, but I actually like myself a lot more now. I like the more introvert version of myself. I wouldn't say I'm like introvert in that sense, because I can be social, but I do need time to just be myself and relax. And I can spend a lot of time on my own. And I love that. I love my own company now. I didn't for many years. So many things were going on in my brain. I just had to be around people. And now I can actually be alone. And I really do love that. I like that I can read. I could never focus on that. I love reading now, and I just love that my life is more quiet. I like that I don't go out every weekend. I don't really go out. If I go out, it's like for dinner and maybe a few mocktails or something, but not like party all night. I like that. I like that I don't drink alcohol anymore. I love not drinking alcohol. I like that, going to bed quite early in the weekends, maybe a little later than in the weekdays, and I like getting up early even on the weekends. I just love this calm, slow version of myself. I love this version of myself that doesn't have to run, that doesn't have to escape something. I like that I'm me. And I love that I'm okay with that. I'm accepting myself for the first time in my life. That was a bit depressing. I didn't mean it to be depressed. I just got a lot of thoughts when I was listening to Miley's new song, and I wanted to share it with you. I think a lot of you might be able to relate, especially if you do have ADD or ADHD. Yeah, I think that was it. It's amazing how one song can just touch you like that. I mean, yeah, it's amazing. If you haven't heard Miley Cyrus' new song called Used to Be Young, you should do it because it's really, really good. Yeah, I'm gonna stop here because I could probably speak for hours about this. But don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video and turn on notifications, do all the things you need to do, share this with people, and so on and so on and so on. And I'll see you next time. Have a blessed rest of the day.